The Atlas Post. Presidential candidate Joe Biden announced his VP running mate earlier today, Kamala Harris, and we're familiar with her in California, but who is she and what has she been doing for coronavirus relief? And of course, I'll leave the rest up to politics, but we'll get down to business when it comes to coronavirus relief. First of all, Kamala Harris is a California senator from Northern California. She's the first Indian American elected to the U.S. Senate and only the second black woman senator. She was the first woman district attorney of San Francisco and the first woman attorney general of California. And she's also under 60 years old. And let's take a look at what she's been doing in the Senate. First of all, we're going to her website. This is Kamala Harris for U.S. Senator for California, harris.senate.gov, and you can go ahead and take a look at all the news that she's been in. For example, she joined with California Senator Dianne Feinstein and Congressman Salud Carbajal for the funding to protect incarcerated individuals in COVID-19 package. And this is for critical assistance for them to respond to outbreaks in federal prisons. We are concerned that BOP has not yet implemented universal testing or on-site testing for inmates and staff to stop the spread of the virus throughout the prison system or within our communities. And this is the members wrote. We therefore urge you to work swiftly to ensure the necessary funds are made available to better equip the BOP in handling this crisis. The House of Representatives passed the HEROES Act with $200 million for the BOP to respond to COVID-19 outbreaks over 10 weeks ago. And like I said, the HEROES Act is still a proposal. It was done over 10 weeks ago. She announced bicameral legislation to combat maternal mortality and morbidity crisis during the COVID-19 pandemic. She teamed with Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts, Representative Lauren Underwood from Illinois, along with Senators Cory Booker from New Jersey, and Kirsten Gillibrand from New York, and Tina Smith from Minnesota, in introducing the Maternal Health Pandemic Response Act to improve research and data collection, safeguard for the health of pregnant and postpartum individuals, and dedicated resources to combat the maternal mortality and morbidity crisis during the COVID-19 pandemic. Next, she joined colleagues in urging Trump administration to address reports of retaliation amongst workers of color who report COVID-19 workplace concerns. In this one, she joined U.S. Senator Bob Menendez from New Jersey and a group of 19 colleagues in sending a letter to the U.S. Department of Labor and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration regarding reports that workers of color face disproportionate acts of retaliation when reporting workplace concerns related to COVID-19. Next, she introduced a legislative fix to COVID-19 unemployment insurance program that excludes millions of American workers' self-employed income. This she did with Mark Warren, a Democrat from Virginia, and Tina Smith, Democrat from Minnesota, and introducing the Mixed Earner Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Act of 2020 to help ensure Americans who earn a living through a mix of traditional W-2 and independent employment income, which is 1099, can fully access the financial relief made available under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. So in some of the states, if you were kind of confused, I can see why, but got to fill out that unemployment. And July 30th, legislation to bolster Medicaid coverage for COVID-19 related treatment. She did this with Senator Michael Bennet, Democrat from Colorado, along with Jenny Shahan, Democrat from New Hampshire, Mazi Hirono, Democrat from Hawaii, and Richard Blumenthal, Democrat from Connecticut, in introducing legislation to increase coverage for uninsured Americans receiving coronavirus disease 2019 related treatment and vaccines through Medicaid. Actually, that one's good. The stronger Medicaid response to the COVID-19 Pandemic Act directly responds to the increased need for health care resulting from the public health and economic crisis. And if you've been watching the news at all, it's like, if one person gets it in the family, the whole family has it. And concern has also always been for the older parents and relatives. She introduced bipartisan legislation ensuring special districts review COVID-19 relief funding, providing critical services to millions of Americans. And this was called the Bipartisan Special Districts Provide Essential Services Act, ensuring fire, sewage, water, power, public utilities, flood control, and public health special districts are eligible to receive future federal coronavirus relief. And that one's kind of tricky because you want to make certain everybody's counted, and this happens to be a year where we are dealing with a census. And that stays in place until the next census 10 years later. Also on July 28th, the inclusion of critical health care, privacy bill, and COVID-19 relief package. So the Public Health Emergency Privacy Act would provide critical privacy and civil rights protections amid nationwide COVID-19 screening and tracing efforts. And this one, she has quite a few different senators that joined her. We've got Senator Mark Warner from Virginia, Richard Blumenthal from Connecticut, along with Senators Michael Bennet from Colorado, Mazi Hirono from Hawaii, Angus King from Maine, Bob Menendez from New Jersey, and it goes on and on. She is one busy person because this is only July 28th. Everything else that was introduced to her was between today's date, August 11th, and July 28th. So this one, on July 28th, she introduced Masks for All Act to curb deadly coronavirus surge. I mean, other places have been doing this for a while, but we are just catching up to it as they are encouraging them. And as COVID-19 infections continue to surge across America, nearly 20 states impose public mask wearing requirements. U.S. Senator Kamala Harris on Tuesday joined Senator Bernie Sanders and over 3 dozen of their Democratic colleagues in the Senate and House introducing life-saving legislation to manufacture and distribute high-quality, reusable masks to everyone in America. And it's got a lot of people that are in favor of that one. So there is much more coming to us, but all of the ones that we covered, it was between today, August 11th, going back to July 28th. So it's been less than 2 weeks, and those are all the things that she's been participating in. And we have much more to come to you with the stimulus. As we find out more information, we will be sharing with you. And of course, thanks for joining us at the Atlas Post. Share this with a friend or someone it can help, or somebody that's just kind of curious as to what's going on. And if you find this helpful, please like our video, make comments, check out our playlist, and subscribe for the latest post. Thanks for supporting our channel on Patreon or buy me a coffee. So tap into your news with the Atlas Post and have a joyful day.